Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing 19,000 subscribers in 9 months. We'll jump into that. But first and foremost, let me give a shout out to the following patrons. Fuck your chest pains. Priya these nuts. Lockdown 5, Cristobal, La Rema, Raymond, Tony Rex, Hernan, Michael Moore, Winston, Alejandro, Trailero 760, Grant, El Skid, Marshall, Nathan, Hobie Cat, Mika Boy, Abuelita, Irma, G, Lead with Love, Albert 12, AI Vega, Fio, Ezequiel, and thanks for the blessings. Big Bad 48, JT, Nova, Jack, Linda, Angel, Michigan Wolverines, Mikey, Marius, Chevelle 66, Gigi, Abuelita's Journey, and Dallas Herrero. If you have not already signed up for that Patreon, make sure you hit that link in the description below. You are definitely missing out. This episode right here, man, is going to be a 9-month recap. 9 months, man. What a journey. What a freaking journey. I could have never have imagined this. Look, in the 9 months, man, you guys have seen me do all kinds of shit with this mic, or this way, that way. We're trying this right now. Let me know what you guys think, man. This isn't just my channel. This is our channel. A channel of warriors you guys already be knowing. You guys have been riding since day one. Look, it's very unfortunate that I had to do what I had to do, man. That I did what I did, right? And what is that? That is leave the California Department of Corrections, resign, walked away, man. Fucking nuts. After 16 years, man, I was a little more than halfway over through my career. Had 12 years remaining. As at the rank of lieutenant, no less. That doesn't mean nothing to me, but that actually does say a lot, man. Lieutenants should just be posted drinking their coffee. And that's fucked up that I had to do what I had to do, man. But I had no other option, right? This is 2023, man. You guys have to understand what year it is. It's 2023. You guys know what type of guy I am. You guys know my demeanorisms, right? I'm a little wild with it. I have a good sense of humor. I'm not exactly dumb. There's a lot of things that I don't know, right? And I'll admit that I don't know. But I know how to like adapt, improvise, and overcome. I would not have, if I had a choice for the department to run smooth, or the higher ups to not be unethical, or to have to do this, like initially, of course, I would want everything anything everywhere I go to just run smooth, right? Or anywhere, just run smooth. Right? No more homeless people out on the streets. L.A., San Diego, San Francisco. Just like, oh, man, there's just so much going on. But things got as bad as they did for as long as they did for me to take that step. You guys know this already. And yeah, man, it's not. I don't want to say it's beneath me, but come on, man. YouTube, like coming out, it made me feel dirty, right? Yesterday, talking about that AW Halle Berry, and I'm like, fuck, are we really doing this? Am I really doing this? But look, man, what else? Somebody chimed in the comments and like, oh, Hector, like, you say you don't like to tell war stories, but you do be telling war stories. I'm like, yeah, I let you guys know a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but, you know, just sprinkling a little bit for you guys as entertainment. But come on, man. Come on. Imagine back in the old, and I love to read about war, the history of war, the art of war, Sun Tzu. I like the Greeks, the Spartans, the Trojans, all of that, right? Rome, the fall of Rome, Roman empires. How the hell do you think they would have dealt with a situation like this? I'm going to let you guys answer this right now, right here, right now. How do you think back in those days would they have handled a situation where their fucking higher ups were corrupt? Boom, you guys answered it. You guys answered it. Well, since we're not in those days, right, it's a little bit of frowned upon to take those type of actions. We had to do it this way. This is kind of cool though, man. 2023, you get a big fucking pencil. It's hilarious. pepper spray for no reason, Benchmade mini griptilian, right? You got airsoft and all things airsoft behind me. I own no actual real fucking firearms. Everything's the airsoft water pistols for show, all show and no go. Um, so yeah, man, you guys know what a journey. Consistency. I've been coming out every day. You guys have been showing up every freaking day, man. Thank you. I see all of you guys. I can go down this list, not only of patrons, but everybody else that types in, that taps in, man. Everybody. 1967 kid, my Tartan Spartan from fucking Scotland. Australia is always tapping in. Uh, we got a new Norteño guy tapping in. What up, man? I see your comments. Don't trip. I wasn't tripping. I was just saying that. I was just saying I don't speak on topics that I'm not well versed in. Of course not, man. Of course not, man. I'm not a manager for the California Department of Corrections. Um, 9 months, 9 months, 9 months. It had to get as bad as it had to get, man. And I gotta ask you guys, man, because this is always gonna be two way. You know, I look at all the comments, right? Whether and I do respond, and it's been so busy lately with a lot going on. I'm not gonna make excuses, even though that was an excuse. I will always try to get back to you guys. I knock it out in the morning, first thing in the morning before I film the video. But I did I did those two live. It was like 2 hour lives with my brother Hinks from the army. And then I saw one of the comments said, "Why would you go live and ignore the crowd?" But you're missing the whole fucking point, man. It's not that. Number one, you have to realize that I don't edit shit. And he brought it up too. He's like, "Hey, you don't edit your videos, huh? Like if you make a blooper or if you fuck up or if you say something you ain't supposed to be saying." Here we go. I'm like, "Nah, bro, it's just shooting from the hip. I don't give a fuck." Even when I do interviews on other people's channels, they'll email me a whole list like, "Hey, here's a list of 20 questions." I don't look at it. And I'm like, "All right, cool, man, bro. Just ask me whatever the fuck you want." Ask me whatever, man. Am I perfect? No. Have I made mistakes? Still do. Plenty. Wow. Do I own them? I try to. I try to. Progress, not perfection. Um, am I unethical? I've done some unethical things in my past for sure, 100%. And if I don't practice living right, doing right, then I can easily resort back to my old ways or fall into a trap or fall into temptations or easily, man. I'm fucking human. I'm fucking human, right? But the last thing your boy Hector Bravo is gonna do is double down, triple down, quadruple down on any fucking bullshit, especially if it's gonna get people hurt, man. You know, I uh I often talk about that things got real bad with that one warden at Donovan, but like it was more to it, man. And it was it was, a lot of it had to do with the mixing of the GPs and the SNYs, the non-designated programs, those fucking bullshit programs that they did. As a lieutenant, man, I, I don't want to say I was seeing eye to eye with the inmates because that would sound like over familiar, and that wasn't the case. It was more like you had two sound heads, right? Two reasonable people. Yeah, they're wearing blue. I'm wearing green, but like, hey, seeing the same thing, thinking the same thoughts, and thinking like, hey, this is fucked up, man. Imagine that when you have inmates and staff complaining to each other about a problem. I think that in itself might be a problem, right? um, yeah, when you have like lieutenants and below trying to save the lives of inmates because they're about to be mixed, and like I used to tell them like, hey, just go suicidal, man. Say you're suicidal. Like you guys know that that works. Like fucking, and they would do it, and the higher ups would get mad. Like, oh, you're. It's like, hey, man, I'm not about to send this guy to his fucking death, man. I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but I'm not built like that. Where I'm gonna just throw somebody to the wolves. Nah, not like that, man. If there's gonna be a fucking a 20 on 20, let it be a 20 on 20. But I'll be damned if there's gonna be a fucking 1 on 20 or 1 on 100. That's just disgusting, right? And again, man, I'm not. I don't know, man. It's just I'm just one man with. I'm not fucking perfect. My way is not always. My way is not the way. It's not. It's not, man. It's. I really can't believe it, man. I'm at a loss of fucking words. How disgusted I am at myself. I think at the principle of the matter, man. That I had to leave 9 months and address this, air the dirty laundry. And what a fucking shame, man. Ain't nobody reached out to me from the department. I don't expect them to. I don't want them to. But the fact that they're just trying to pretend that this doesn't exist. Oh, I exist, all right. Right. And I put it all on the fucking table. I put it all on the table, right? So anybody that would want to come out and counter what I'm saying, well, what I'm saying is the truth, man. The only people that lie for 9 months straight are pregnant women. Oh, fuck. I'll tell you what, man. I was so fucking like high strung and uptight in the department. I just could love just to let jokes loose, man. Jokes are great. I enjoy a good joke, at my expense. Um, what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think? I talk an awful lot, man. I talk every day, 15 to 20 minutes. I like to go live with you guys and exchange, dialogue. What do you guys think? Like, isn't it unfortunate that I had to do what I do? That's one question I'm asking you guys. Another question is like, hey, have you guys learned anything? Sure, you guys have. Meaning, don't you understand that officers, sergeants, and lieutenants have a really hard time? Almost impossible. Almost impossible to carry out our duties in the housing of inmates, the running of facilities, the programs, because of the higher ups gossiping, unethicalness, shadiness, like fucking high school kid games, man. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I always do. Look, I'm gonna end it like this, man. So you guys know where I'm coming from, and I just shoot straight from the fucking hip. I don't even have to read the email. I remember it up here. When I talked about A.W. Armenta's email. And that's the thing, man. People try to challenge me. Challenge me all you want. I don't give a fuck. I already put it on the table. Like, I think in order to beat me, you have to beat yourself. And you guys are not willing to beat yourself. Right? You guys are not willing to put it all on the table. I did, man. I got nothing to lose, or I feel like I got nothing to lose. You could be like, Hector, you have a daughter. Again, I will sacrifice it all to prove a point. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. I'm either all in or all out, man. Period. Now I'm all in. I don't give a fuck. Anyhow, they said when I said about the AW sent the blistering email, somebody from like an anonymous email emailed me and said, "Hey, why don't you tell the whole truth? The whole truth." I'm like, the whole truth that associate warden that associate warden used to be real buddies with the higher ups in Sacramento. He may or may not have had a brothel down in Tijuana, people getting hand jobs left and right, and that he only felt it was he didn't like it when Pollard kicked him out of the car, and then he did what he did. I'm like, look, bro, that's fucking facts. What you're saying is fucking facts, bro. I told him in the email. That's fucking facts, right? But what the fuck does Pollard, Kimberly Sybils, and Armenta's beef have to do with the rest of the upstanding fucking employees in the California Department of Corrections? That's what I'm talking about. With that, the message for today is, hey man, if you are in a professional leadership role and you don't know how to conduct yourself like a fucking professional, do the world a favor and get the fuck out. Give up your seat, right? If you want to play childish fucking games, Go on some dating site. I don't know what they do. Go fight a fucking homeless like a bum fight. Do what? But if you're in charge of people's lives and programs and a lot of money, get your shit together. With that, keep pushing forward.